Hi everyone, my name's Electro Donkey, and today we are back on our little Donkey's feedback type video thing we have going. So in the last video we what did we review? I can't remember. Anyway, regardless, today I went out and picked a random thing, and today it was something a bit further down because a lot of the things around the top seem to be full of replies. So I chose this. Was a Vision Cone stealth game brackets demo brackets. So let's read what he has to say. Greetings, this is my first post. And it is his first post. I've been working on this project and I'd like to distribute it as an asset on the Game Maker marketplace because I think it could help people like myself who are new to game development. That said, I could use some constructive criticism regarding my code, how things are organised, and any other advice that would improve the project and make it more valuable to someone trying to adapt it to use in their own games. So, basically it's an asset sort of thing that he's doing. And there is actually the base code, but for some reason this came out as a game, well, it came out as dot, I'll show you, it was like this, it was .gmez, and I'm not used to that kind of file. I think that's normal GameMaker file. There's also like that, but that's an 8 sort of. That's an old one. But to have something that was JGE and EMEZ, it's a bit weird. So I couldn't actually open that. So anyway, we're just going to be doing the normal executable. So let's go ahead and play it. First off, I'd like to say again, the quality will not be smooth. Actually, it's pretty decent in this, so that is showing it is pretty well optimized. Whatever you've done is really quite well optimized. So, what is the game, or the asset as it would be? Basically, you're this little square, and I've got to move around, collect these little bits in the time that you can see up in this corner. And these things are cameras, so if I set one off or hit one of them, if I set one off it starts to chase me. If I hit one of them it's game over. So you see they start to chase me, and if I set a camera off everything in the local vicinity comes to grab me. And it's pretty interesting I think so far. I've had a bit of fun messing around with it. Only thing I would say, performance wise, and this I found actually outside of recording as well, so I'm pretty sure this isn't a recording issue, but sometimes as I go, like if I go forwards and backwards, the lines seem to have a little bit of like a v-syncing sort of issue. So you can see there, if I try and recreate that, if you look down this side here as I'm moving left and right, so you can see it starts to tear a little bit. Now I think that's because it needs some sort of v-syncing, but there is no options, and I accidentally just clicked out of it. There are no options at all, so to have v-syncing, I don't know how easy it is, I've never tried it myself, but it's something that when I'm playing a game I always tick, because my computer's funny in the way that it only ever likes if it's got v-syncing. So it's a bit confusing, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So I think this is the exit here. So if we have a little screen, so we've got some gold, 10 seconds remaining, and we weren't even spotted. So that adds up onto our score, and then we've got the next level. So game-wise, it plays very well. It's quite fun, I'd say. It's something that isn't, the artwork's not brilliant, and if you think it is brilliant, then you're wrong. I'm sorry to say that to you. But it's done in such a way that feels quite good, if that makes sense. It feels well made. Something I would say, if you're making it as an asset, and now I'm not entirely sure about this, but it would be good if the rooms were randomly generated, because then people could easily implement it. It would. And it would be something that would be pretty cool to have, to have it randomly generated. Other than that, it's really quite a well-made asset. This is something that I probably myself wouldn't pay money for, but I can imagine lots of people out there would be willing to pay money for. Now, how could you improve it? Well, I guess you could make the AI slightly smarter or something, or the graphics slightly nicer, but if you're making an asset, that's not really a priority. More levels would definitely be a priority, because at the moment we are literally just playing the same level over and over and over again. So that would be something to add, definitely, is to have more levels, and the randomly generated levels would solve that, because you could just keep going forever and ever and ever. And then add a bit of difficulty in to just show how you can use this to make it difficult, because at the moment this isn't difficult at all. Also, another thing, maybe if you have it added in, I don't know, but some sort of saving feature, because a lot of people struggle on saving and loading. It's something that's quite complicated, and I've struggled in the past. But if you added some saving and loading, this would solve a lot of people's problems. You know, it would help some people out, I guess. One thing I will say, just now I've noticed, is the movement is not to my liking, if I'm honest. If I press down the button just once, so watch, I just pressed that once, that was just a tap, and I go skidding across. So if I press down, if I just tap it, I just skid and skid and skid and skid and skid. And I kind of just slide. Also, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but if I press both at once and I have anti-ghosting keys, so I should go like, hang on, I should go like that. If I press them just down, if I just tap them, I kind of get that little jump bit, so I go kind of up and then down. And that's a bit odd, you know, that's not quite something you want. Another thing I will say quickly is if I just go to this corner here, we can see, now it's really hard because these things will keep bothering me, but if I try, I'll get down here, that should work. Now, can you see very carefully, if you look down there, we are actually getting pushed behind this. There's no flush collision checking. So you see there's 1 pixel of this wall that's been pushed over. Very, very slight, and not something I would probably consider to be a massive issue, but if someone's buying it, you want to have the highest quality possible. Also, here this gap seems to be a bit weird. You know, if I keep moving, this gap kind of flashes and squirms and whatever. It's very little nitpicky things. Overall, it's very nicely made and something you've probably got sorted. You know, you could easily sell this right now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on it. It's really quite well made. Not a full game, obviously, but it's a good little asset that people could probably use. And now I haven't looked at the code, but overall I'd say that's quite well optimized. I wouldn't see any optimization issues. To have a game that runs on my awful little laptop here is pretty awesome. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. Little note, next week I might not be uploading because I might be getting computer stuff sorted. So if it is, then all the recording schedule will be thrown out the window and I'll just chuck any videos out wherever I can. But anyway guys, that'll be it for this video at the moment. If you like the video, remember to like, subscribe, or just do whatever you guys want to do. And I will talk to you in the next one.